Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I got this very pink Valentine's Day inspired look. So before we even get started with makeup, I'm going to go ahead and pin back my hair with these clips so that everything's out of the way and we don't get makeup in our hair. After that, I'm going to go ahead and go in with a primer. Today I'm using the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer, and I'm just going to apply this to anywhere on my face where I get really oily. So my forehead, chin, and nose, so pretty much my T-zone. Next, I'm going to go in with my Glam Glow. This is the Glow Starter, so just an illuminating moisturizer, and I'm going to put this on all the areas I'm going to highlight later. And I like using this under my foundation to make me a little more glowy. Next, I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape Matte Foundation. This is in the color Medium Sand, and I'm going to be applying this to the middle of my face. And I'm applying this to my T-zone so that I stay matte in those areas. And then I'm going to be taking my Sephora 56 brush and buffing that out. And now for the rest of my face, I'm going in with my L'Oreal Lumi foundation in the color N3. I'm going to take a few pumps and blend that into the rest of the face. And I'm making sure I blend into my hairline, on my ears, and down my neck as well. Now I'm going to take a damp beauty blender and going over the whole face just so that everything is blended together nicely. And by going in with the beauty blender, I just feel like it gives your foundation a more flawless finish. Then I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the color Light Sand, and I'm going to be applying this under my eyes, on my forehead, down the middle of my nose, and my chin, anywhere I want to brighten. And then going back in with my beauty blender, I'm going to blend this all out. Then I'm going to take my e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and this is in the color Medium Sand. I'm just going to add this to the bottoms of my cheeks. That way there's a flawless blend between the concealer and the foundation. I also add this concealer to make sure I'm covering up all the redness I have on my cheeks. Then I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me Stick Foundation. This is in the color Coconut, and I'm going to be using this to contour. So I'll be adding this to the hollows of my cheeks, the sides of my forehead, and the sides of my nose. Going back in with my Sephora 56 brush, I'm going to go ahead and blend this all out. And I'm using a stippling motion so the product stays exactly where I placed it. And since we're using the same brush that we use for foundation, it helps blend it out seamlessly since there is a little bit of foundation left on the brush. And when blending out my nose contour, I like to take it up into the brow and near the crease. That way we have a nice contour for when we start our eyeshadow. And I'm going to go ahead and go back in with the Beauty Blender and blend everything together so there's no harsh lines. Next, I'm going in with this eye primer from Anastasia, and I'm going to be applying this on my eyelids with my ring finger and then blending it out with a Beauty Blender. Next, I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in the color Fair Light. I'm going to be using this to bake. Taking my Beauty Blender, I'm going to carve out that nose contour we just blended out, and I'm going to be applying the powder under my eyes, on my forehead, and chin as well. By applying powder, this helps set the concealer along with brighten those areas. Now taking my Eco Tools powder brush, I'm just going to be pressing the powder into my chin and my forehead. And then taking my e.l.f. small stippling brush, I'm just going to be applying the powder to my eyebrows and my eyelids. Now taking my Amrezy palette from Anastasia and a blending brush, I'm going into the colors OG and New Yorker. And I'm going to be applying these in the crease and the outer corner just as a transition shade. And then going in with that e.l.f. stippling brush we used earlier, I'm just going around the edges to define the shape. And then going back into that same palette with the color Semsa, I'm going to take that on the outer corner and blend it up into the crease. And taking that stippling brush again just to clean up the edges. Now going back in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer we used earlier, I'm going to take this on a flat concealer brush and use this to carve out my crease. And a little trick I learned to cut creases is to apply the concealer on the lash line and then look up. That way it gives you a little guideline on where you should cut your crease. And this takes a lot of patience. This took a while just because I wanted it to look as clean as possible. So I'll speed you through. And then I'm going to be taking that blending brush we used for the eyeshadow, and I'm just going over the outer corners to blend the concealer in with the eyeshadow. Next, I'm going to be taking a setting spray and a flat brush and dampening the brush, and then dipping into the color Reezy and applying that over the concealer. And then going back in with that blending brush, we're just going to be blending the edges together so there's no harsh lines. Next, I'm going in with my Tarte liner brush along with this Stila liquid highlighter in the color Monarch. And I'm just going to be carving out the crease between those two colors. I just like to do this to add a little something extra. There's no such thing as too much glitter. Then taking my Stila Heaven Hues highlighter in the color Kitten, I'm going to be taking an e.l.f. small blending brush and applying this to the inner corners. And then taking the color Barb, I'm going to be adding this into the inner corner as well. Like I said, there's no such thing as too much glitter. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye, so I'll see you in a second. And boom, just like that. Now taking my Eco Tools powder brush, I'm just going to dust off the rest of the powder from under my eyes. Taking that same blending brush, I'm going back into the colors OG and New Yorker and blending those underneath my bottom lash line. And then taking Semsa, and I'm going to blend that under the lash line as well, but keep it focused on the outer corners. Gorgeous! Now taking my lash curler, I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. And enjoy all the ridiculous faces I make during this. Now with my Buxom Lash Mascara, I'm going to put this on the root of my lashes. Then I'm going in with my Tarte Man Eater Mascara and applying this to the rest of the lashes. Then I'm taking my Tartist, or Tardiest, I'm not sure how to say it, but I'm just going to be applying this to the very ends of the lashes. And then last but not least, I'm going to take my Lancome Hypnose Drama and apply that to my bottom lashes. And then for lashes, I'm using these Allure Luxe Cashmere lashes in the style number 8. And before applying them, I did cut them to size, and now I'm using my mini tweezers along with the glue that came with the lashes to apply them. And then going in with my Chrissy Teigen face palette from Becca, I'm going to be using the bronzer just to bronze my face and also to set and intensify the contour we put down earlier. And I'm applying this with my e.l.f. Angler brush. And then taking this Cute Heart blush from Too Faced in the color I Will Always Love You, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. powder brush to apply this to my cheeks and blending up into my contour. Going back into the face palette from Becca, I'm going to take the Rose Gold highlighter and apply this over top of the blush. And I'm using the same e.l.f. powder brush that I used to apply the blush. And now I'm using my Mario Badescu spray just to set my face. Next, going in with this Wet n Wild highlighter in the color Precious Petals, I'm taking my e.l.f. highlighting brush and just highlighting my face. I'm applying this on the tops of my cheekbones and down the middle of my nose and also on my Cupid's bow. And if you notice those feet in the background, those are my boyfriend, so shout out to him. Next, I'm taking my clear mascara from Great Lash and just running this through my brows before I apply my brow pencil. And then taking my brow definer from Anastasia Beverly Hills in the color medium brown, I'm going to be filling in my brows, starting from the front, working my way up to the arch, and finishing off with the tail. Then I'm going to be using this clear brow gel from Anastasia to set the hairs in place. And I'm just going to go ahead and speed through the other brow. Then I'm going to take a makeup wipe and wipe any foundation I have left over on my lips. And then I'm going to moisturize using my cocoa butter Vaseline. Next, using this NYX lip pencil in the color Nude Pink, I'm going to be lining my lips. And then taking this liquid lipstick in the color Peachy from Anastasia Beverly Hills, I'm going to be applying that to my lips as well. And this is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned something new. Here's a little close-up. Leave a comment down below on what you would like to see next. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.